All right, the Donovan Edwards thing broke yesterday. It was sort of as our show was starting to wind down. And Gator, this is, everybody, it seems like the debate is whether or not he should be suspended. For people who don't know what he did, he retweeted a tweet, an anti-Semitic tweet from Kanye West. I was down at the building yesterday, and while I was there, tried to get some insight as to what happened. At that point, I was told he retweeted it without reading it. And that, he figured it out pretty quickly, took it down, but it was too late. The damage was done. And, people can choose to believe that or not, that he retweeted it. I have no more reason to believe him than not believe him. I don't know Donovan Edwards that well. There are kids on that team that I've gotten to know over the years that I would absolutely go to bat for. That's not to say Donovan's a bad. I just don't know him as well as I know, say, Blake Corum. And I've gotten to know Blake over the years and what a great kid he is for a whole bunch of reasons that I'll get into a little bit later on. But in Donovan's case, if he is not suspended, Jim Harbaugh, who has not had a ton of off-the-field problems or stuff like this in his time at Michigan. I could think of 3 cases off the top of my head. A kid who made a mistake with a video of an interaction with a young lady, was kicked off the team. Another kid who was accused of a domestic violence, kicked off the team. Another kid that had an academic issue, NFL caliber player, suspended for a year for the academic issue. This one, it appears that he is not going to be suspended, but I guess we don't know that yet. And when a coach does that, he's betting on the kid. He's betting on the kid, not embarrassing him. And I was trying to remember the name of the kid from Michigan State because we did this with Michigan State a while back with a controversial thing of this nature, and you mentioned it was the name.
I think it was John Reschke.
And I said at the time, when you invite a kid back, that's the coach betting on the kid, that he's actually a good kid. He's actually a kid that has learned from a mistake. His teammates accept him back, and you find out over time if the coach made the right decision in terms of, does the kid embarrass the program again? Is he really not a good kid? And Reschke never did again, right?
No, but it was also something that took him, I believe it was in the off season, but it took months before he was allowed to. This wasn't an overnight thing where, next day I'm going to place my faith in him, and he's allowed to stay with the team for the next day. I mean, it didn't work out that way. So different circumstances. But I think a similar background with the incident and it involved, with the Michigan State situation, it was a racial thing. And with, it's not a racial thing, but it's an anti-Semitic thing. And it's a retweet. There's one where one comes out of a guy's mouth and the other one comes off of the fingertips and retweeting a video that has Kanye West with anti-Semitic remarks.
This isn't Donovan Edwards needing to learn. This is 115 kids in that locker room needing to learn. Because if there was malice and hate behind it, if there truly was, I'm not sure a 1-game suspension would even do it. Like, I think that might be.
Well, and that's what they have
back from.
I mean, I don't know if there was or wasn't. I don't know him. I don't know what the investigation into this is. I mean, initially, the response to it was, his response to it in the statement was, it was a glitch.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that even means.
I don't know what that means either, but I know what I think it means. And when I hear glitch, something was wrong with the system. I didn't mean to retweet it. Well, that flies with me if you're going to say, I didn't mean to like this tweet, or I didn't mean to like this Instagram post, or like this TikTok, whatever the heck it is, because that's an accidental. I think we've all scrolled on our phones or whatever, and you're going through stuff and accidentally, while you're scrolling, your thumb accidentally clicks on something and it may like or dislike something, right? With a retweet, though, there's 2 steps to it. It's a 2-step process. So if you do it once, then it says, do you want to quote tweet or do you want to retweet? And you have to confirm what you want to do. So I have a hard time buying that it was a quote unquote glitch when it's someone who's doing this, having to click on it twice to get the point across that he was the one that retweeted it.
He has since tweeted out 2 more separate apologies. But I mean, people are debating whether or not he should be suspended.